9. Now Abimelech, son of Jerubbaal, went to Shechem to see his mother's relatives. He said to them and to his mother's entire extended family, tell all the leaders of Shechem this. Why would you want to have 70 men, all Jerubbaal's sons, ruling over you when you could have just one ruler? Recall that I am your own flesh and blood. His mother's relatives spoke on his behalf to all the leaders of Shechem and reported his proposal. The leaders were drawn to Abimelech. They said, he is our close relative. They paid him 70 silver shekels out of the temple of Baal-bereth. Abimelech then used the silver to hire some lawless, dangerous men as his followers. He went to his father's home in Ophrah and murdered his half-brothers, the 70 legitimate sons of Jerubbaal, on one stone. Only Jotham, Jerubbaal's youngest son, escaped because he hid. All the leaders of Shechem and Beth Millo assembled and then went and made Abimelech king by the oak near the pillar in Shechem. When Jotham heard the news, he went and stood on top of Mount Gerizim. He spoke loudly to the people below. Listen to me, leaders of Shechem, so that God may listen to you. The trees were determined to go out and choose a king for themselves. They said to the olive tree, be our king. But the olive tree said to them, I am not going to stop producing my oil, which is used to honor gods and men, just to sway above the other trees. So the trees said to the fig tree, you come be our king. But the fig tree said to them, I am not going to stop producing my sweet figs, my excellent fruit, just to sway above the other trees. So the trees said to the grapevine, you come and be our king. But the grapevine said to them, I am not going to stop producing my wine, which makes gods and men so happy, just to sway above the other trees. So all the trees said to the thorn bush, you come and be our king. The thorn bush said to the trees, if you really want to choose me as your king, then come along, find safety under my thorn branches. Otherwise, may fire blaze from the thorn bush and consume the cedars of Lebanon. Now, if you have shown loyalty and integrity when you made Abimelech king, if you had done right to Jerubbaal and his family, if you have properly repaid him, my father fought for you. He risked his life and delivered you from Midian's power. But you have attacked my father's family today. You murdered his 70 legitimate sons on one stone and made Abimelech, the son of his female slave, king over the leaders of Shechem just because he is your close relative. So if you have shown loyalty and integrity to Jerubbaal and his family today, then may Abimelech bring you happiness, and may you bring him happiness. But if not, may fire blaze from Abimelech and consume the leaders of Shechem and Beth Millo. May fire also blaze from the leaders of Shechem and Beth Millo and consume Abimelech. Then Jotham ran away to Beer and lived there to escape from Abimelech, his half-brother. Abimelech commanded Israel for 3 years. God sent a spirit to stir up hostility between Abimelech and the leaders of Shechem. He made the leaders of Shechem disloyal to Abimelech. He did this so the violent deaths of Jerubbaal's 70 sons might be avenged, and Abimelech, their half-brother who murdered them, might have to pay for their spilled blood along with the leaders of Shechem who helped him murder them. The leaders of Shechem rebelled against Abimelech by putting bandits in the hills who robbed everyone who traveled by the road, but Abimelech found out about it. Gaal, son of Ebed, Ebed, came through Shechem with his brothers. The leader of Shechem transferred their loyalty to him. They went out to the field, harvested their grapes, squeezed out the juice, and celebrated. They came to the temple of their god and ate, drank, and cursed Abimelech. Gaal, son of Ebed, said, "Who is Abimelech, and who is Shechem, that we should serve him? Is he not the son of Jerubbaal, and is not Zebul the deputy he appointed? Serve the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem. But why should we serve Abimelech? If only these men were under my command, I would get rid of Abimelech." He challenged Abimelech, "Muster your army and come out for battle." When Zebul, the city commander, heard the words of Gaal, son of Ebed, he was furious. He sent messengers to Abimelech, who was in Aramah, reporting, "Beware! Gaal, son of Ebed, and his brothers are coming to Shechem and inciting the city to rebel against you. Now come up at night with your men and set an ambush in the field outside the city. In the morning, at sunrise, quickly attack the city. When he and his men come out to fight you, do what you can to him." So Abimelech and his men came up at night and set an ambush outside Shechem. They divided into 4 units. When Gaal, son of Ebed, came out and stood at the entrance of the city's gate, Abimelech and his men got up from their hiding places. Gaal saw the men and said to Zebul, "Look, men are coming down from the tops of the hills." But Zebul said to him, "You are seeing the shadows on the hills. It just looks like men." Gaal again said, "Look, men are coming down from the very center of the land. A unit is coming by way of the oak tree of the diviners." Zebul said to him, "Where now are your bragging words? Who is Abimelech, that we should serve him? Are these not men you insulted? Go out now and fight them." So Gaal led the leaders of Shechem out and fought Abimelech. Abimelech chased him, and Gaal ran from him. Many Shechemites fell wounded at the entrance of the gate. Abimelech went back to Aramah. Zebul drove Gaal and his brothers out of Shechem. The next day, the Shechemites came out to the field. When Abimelech heard about it, he took his men and divided them into 3 units and set an ambush in the field. When he saw the people coming out of the city, he attacked and struck them down. Abimelech and his unit attacked and blocked the entrance of the city gate. 2 units then attacked all the people in the field and struck them down. Abimelech fought against the city all that day. He captured the city and killed all the people in it. Then he leveled the city and spread salt over it. When all the leaders of the Tower of Shechem heard the news, they went to the stronghold of the temple of El-Bereth. Abimelech heard that all the leaders of the Tower of Shechem were in one place. He and all his men went up on Mount Zalmon. He took an axe in his hand, and he cut off a tree branch. He put it on his shoulders and said to his men, "Quickly, do what you have just seen me do." So each man also cut off a branch and followed Abimelech. They put the branches against the stronghold and set fire to it. All the people in the Tower of Shechem died, about 1,000 men and women. Abimelech moved on to Thebez. He besieged and captured it. There was a fortified tower in the center of the city, so all the men and women as well as the city's leaders ran into it and locked the entrance. Then they went up to the roof of the tower. Abimelech came and attacked the tower. When he approached the entrance of the tower, he set fire to it. A woman threw an upper millstone down on his head and shattered his skull. He quickly called to the young man who carried his weapons, "Draw your sword and kill me, so they will not say a woman killed him." So the young man stabbed him, and he died. When the Israelites saw that Abimelech was dead, they went home. God repaid Abimelech for the evil he did to his father by murdering his 70 half-brothers. God also repaid the men of Shechem for their evil deeds. The curse spoken by Jotham, son of Jerubbaal, fell on them. Bum, bum, bum. So this is one of those icky but fascinating stories. I saw a couple of people came in. Mother Goose, morning. You're doing a work lurk over here. Happy Thursday. Jim Bim, hello, hello. Okay, and it looks like that's about it. Just some greetings and stuff. Okay, so going back. So the illegitimate son, who is from a certain town, who is goes to his relatives and says, "Would you rather have?" And the thing is Gideon, Jerubbaal already said, "You don't want my people to rule over you." We don't see that the 70 sons are going to try to move against anyone to be rulers of Israel. The people already wanted them to be. So, out of fear that they could choose to go do this now, the illegitimate son goes to his relatives, riles up the family there, and they come and give him funding so he can hire thugs and hooligans to go and kill the 70 on one stone. So clearly, they surprise the 70. They're able to capture them. They're not necessarily defending themselves, or, it's a quick fight. So if you're going against 70 men, you're going to bring at least 70, I would say, probably more. So he hires enough. He goes there. He captures them all. Make sure they're all killed on one stone. Well, to me, that's either putting their head there and slitting their throat, or you're, trying to chop their head off. You're doing something of those kind. But the youngest son hides and escapes. And I love this. Like, this is one of the coolest things. Like, he stands on a mountaintop and he declares this proverb over them of to bring a curse upon them for the actions they have carried out. And he tells the story of the trees. And the trees that have value, that contribute to people, the olive tree, the fig tree, and the grapevine, all say, no, we don't want to rule over you. We provide something, and we're going to do our role. But the thorn bush is like, yep, I'll take you under my wings. Yep, you can be underneath me. And when fire happens, you'll all burn and be consumed. And so what ends up happening in the end? They burn and consume all of the leaders who are in one tower. They die by fire. And then he's going to do it again. Oh, and then a woman kills him. I don't care that he says, hey, servant, kill me. No. The stone that fell on your head, a woman killed you, buddy. So I'm going to claim a woman killed you because that's what happened. She drops a millstone. Like, that had to hurt. Cracking his skull open. So this is just a really horrid story that happens, showing the depths of how people were acting and ruling and doing all those things. And so while we might celebrate Gideon's 300, men and that victory, in the end, the people are no better off. They return back to what they were doing before. Okay, I know that summarized it real quick, but really, I don't know what else to add to it. It seems to be that simple unless we're diving into more details.